How's it going, you lot? This morning, rather unplanned, I ended up going to that. Do you remember a few weeks ago I went to that old abandoned farm cottage and we thought we saw a ghost or something? I had a bit of spare time this morning, unplanned. I was going past it, so I thought I'm going to kind of have another look. And this is what I've come across. Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Well, very, very small. Cottage. Little bird's nest up there. Little bird's nest over there. Cobwebs in there, man. This would be an awesome place to live. Phone numbers of people there. Whiteboard. This must have been like the kitchen. This would have been the living room. Floor's a bit dicky. This would have been the living room, and that would have been the front door over there. Lovely doors. This would have been the bathroom. Shame about the roof. Toilet over there. Oh, it's got like a little seashore thing. Spiders everywhere. All the paint. This is like the back door. Oh, what an awesome house. Wow, like a bungalow. What an awesome bungalow. That is so cool. Not a lot else to see really. Can't really see a lot. So cool. Now the last time we came here, we just looked in this door and there was a lot of light coming through the right hand side, which is the bathroom, and a flapping noise. But now I reckon that was a hole in the roof at the top there. It must have been a bird or something. But it's such a cool place, man. I'll have to get a better torch and we can have a better look in more detail. But I didn't realise that this has obviously been used, because it's got the writing on the wall with the phone number, it's got a medical sign and that. It must have been used for some kind of office. But I was under the understanding that it was just an abandoned bungalow. Like a nice cool filing cabinet thing. Or perhaps I might have kept some animals there, but I don't know about that now. This would be such a nice place to live. You come out your back door and you see that. Shame about that caravan. That makes sense now with the caravan being there. They must have used this as like a bit of an office, and someone stayed in that caravan, which has now been smashed to bits, unfortunately. That's a bit of a shame. It's such a nice cottage. There's a little bit of cracking in the roof there. I think it'll need a fair bit of money to set it straight. But it's so awesome. Now, because the last time we come here we had that flapping encounter, I was thinking I've got to come back and I've got to have a look inside with the torch to see what's going on. I thought there might have been someone in there. It's always best to take it easy if someone's in there. The last thing you want to do is startle them and they jump up and start attacking you. But there's no one in there. It must have just been a hole in the roof flapping around or whatever. But it's such a nice place. Look at it. It's very old. Now I'm on, as far as I know about it, I don't know how old the actual building is, but there used to be an old lady what lived there, and she had all of this area here at the front. All was like a vegetable patch. It was all very well kept. My dad knew, well, I don't know if he knew her, I think he did, and I think she died or something like that. So then my dad came along and he boarded up all the windows and the doors and made it all, because no one was going to live there. And I didn't realise it, but they must have used it as some sort of site office. That must be why. I don't know why there's a site office. I mean, there's no site anywhere apart from maybe if there's some gas works or something going on. I mean, there's a bit of a port being built over there, unfortunately. A bit of a shame, but there is. So maybe that would explain the caravan and the writing on the wall with the phone numbers and the medical poster. But what a fantastic little cottage. And I've only got shorts on, otherwise I'd be going round in them stinging nettles and having a look round the back. But there's a nice thing there. That caravan, shame about the caravan. But what a fantastic little place. Oh yeah, I haven't got zoom on this camera, but just up by that chimney, all the roof's caved in. Oh, and up by that chimney there. So this would need a whole new roof, I would imagine, being put on all around. Just imagine though how cool it would be to live here, especially years and years ago. I mean, as I say, I don't know how old the little bungalow is, but it's definitely, oh, it's got to be probably, oh, it's got to be more than 70 years old, isn't it? It's got to be. I wonder if I can zoom on this camera. I can zoom that. Oh, not very much. Fantastic. Excellent. Yeah, I think it would need a whole new roof. It would need a new floor. Most people would probably just knock the whole thing down and restart it, but I don't know. My torch was pretty rubbish. I mean, I couldn't find my other big torch, my better one, so I just picked up this mag light, but the batteries aren't all that good in it. Oh, it's still on. The batteries aren't all that good in it, unfortunately, so it couldn't really see much. I don't know what we actually caught, but it's really cool in there. And sometimes the big places, sometimes the little places, like that little bungalow there, are just as exciting as the big places when you go and explore things. And I just like to think of the history there. I mean, my dad told me about the old lady what lived there, but did she live there for her whole life? I don't know. I'll have to do a bit more digging and find out if she was there the whole time, or if it had a couple of different owners. I know the people who own it now and leaving it sit there. It's on a farm, so I could probably find out some more information, and maybe I'll put it in this video, or maybe not. Depends how long it takes. I'll see you in a minute, you lot. Take care. And there's only a little exploration. Don't know what we saw, but it was still good fun. I've got quite a long walk back now, so see you later on, you lot. Oh, by the way, if you're going to go exploring places like this, in my opinion, or any explorations, best to do it early in the morning, because then it's just no kids around. Because sometimes you go during the daytime, all you get is a load of kids coming around, making noise, smashing things up, and you're trying to do a nice peaceful exploration, and you've got kids running around making noises, graffiti and all that rubbish. If you come early in the morning, 4:45 in the morning, no one around. All the kids are in bed, most of them. And then the people you might get is your tramp, but other than that, no one. Best time of the day. See you later on. So yeah, I know, pretty crazy. It's actually really nice. Now that little cottage, I found out a little bit of information from my dad. Knows a lot about it. He boarded up the windows and stuff years ago. Now, an old lady used to live there. It was built in the 1930s, and an old lady and her husband lived there. They looked after the farm. That was the original farmhouse for that farm. And then when she died last. It was then converted into sort of like a little bit of an office sort of thing. That's why the writing was on the wall and that. An office for the farm, to keep track of the cows or whatever else, I think. And then that become nothing. They boarded the door up and the windows up properly. And now here we're where we are. It's built on a concrete raft. So it's just like a concrete slab, which is now split in the middle. Which will explain why the roof is, because it's now doing, the actual cottage itself is now sort of sagging on both ends. So it would be straight, it's sagging, which explains why the two chimneys, the roof is starting to go, because the chimneys are pulling apart. Yeah, so the roof is just falling in. It's all going to fall apart at some point. Very unfortunate. If I had enough money, I would literally go and make them an offer and say, I want to buy that cottage with the land around it. And I'll try my best not to knock it down, and I'll try to restore it and live in it. But then they're going to want a lot of money for it, and it's probably going to cost a lot of money to get that to a livable state. It's going to have a new roof, new floor. The concrete underneath it's going to have to be mended somehow, because the concrete slab, which is split in the middle and it's now falling apart like that, probably not savable. I don't know. But anyway, that was that. I didn't really have a very good camera with me. That's why it was a bit dark and it was a bit random, wasn't it? I wasn't sure if I was going to come across someone asleep at 5:30 in the morning or whatever it was, 4:45 in the morning. So I thought I'd better shout a few times. I don't want to start with them and they get up and start stabbing me with a knife or something, in case there was someone in there, but there wasn't. So happy days. What did we see that other day? Who knows? Definitely something. Was it a bird, a plane, Spider-Man? I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, what's inside the box? I'll tell you what's inside the box. This is a box from Coastal Motorhomes, right? And we all need to unite. All of us need to unite. All of us with Talbots, we need to unite, because I've been on the phone to Coastal Motorhomes today, and it's evident that this was happening. But now he said on the phone, the bloke, it's always the same bloke, and he said to me, we can't get parts for Mark 1s anymore. We can get some for Mark 2 Expresses, but not for Mark 1s. Just can't get them. So all the Mark 1 Talbot Expresses now, we're not going to be able to get new parts for. Coastal Motorhomes were, and if you know different, please tell me, because I need to find a place. But to my knowledge, they were the only place where you can get actual new parts from for Talbot Express campers. And now if they can't get the new parts now, they can't get heating matrices, they can't get valves, they can't get radiators, they can't get radiator pipes, they can't get handles, they can't get belts. Belts are belts. I think they can get belts, but even the service kits, they're not doing anymore because they just can't get the parts. The manufacturers where they were buying them from don't make them anymore. So we all need to unite. We all need to start ringing up Coastal, not to put pressure on them, but we need to get them to put pressure on the manufacturers to say, look, there's a demand here. Please keep making these parts, because there is a demand. And if we can't get new parts, we're not going to be able to keep them going, because there's only going to be, he kept saying to me on the phone, you're going to have to find second-hand parts. But I've been trawling all the Talbot and camper van and all that breaker people. None of them have got a working heater valve. None of them have got a heater matrix, which isn't rotted to hell. None of them have got any of the parts that I need that are good, because they're all broken. They break, and there's no new ones out there. So we all need to unite. We all need to put pressure on the manufacturers of these parts to keep making them. But in this box, I've got what you can still get. Apparently only for a limited time though. So if you need these, go and bloody buy them now. Even if you don't need them. I should have in here. What is this one? This one is, aha, a new alternator. So I've got myself a new alternator. The other one was working fine, but the bearing was a bit dicky. It kept making a bit of squealing noise now and again, and it's not the belt. So I bought a new alternator. So I put that on. Luckily, I can still get them, and I'm tempted just to start holding Talbot parts. To be honest, I'm tempted to start holding them. I don't know what's in there. I've got an empty bag. Oh shit. This is a collar for the gearbox, because this collar wears and then you've got a lot of slack in your gear stick. So I've got a new collar. I have to put that on. That's quite easy to do. And in this box, is it this box? Well, it is this box. It's not that. I ordered nothing else. Starter motor. Newly tested. I think it's brand new. I don't think it's reconditioned. It might be reconditioned, but you don't have to send your old unit in, so you just buy it. New starter, because my old one was getting a bit dicky. So there we go. If you've got a Talbot, just if you know of other places to get new parts, let me know and let everyone know, because we all need new parts. I need a heating matrix. I need a valve. That valve I bought, by the way, wherever it's gone, I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, it's here. That valve that I bought from Coastal Motorhomes, apparently he's never seen one ever like what I've got on my van with the straight pipes. They're all like this. I don't know what the nerve's going on with my one, but this one doesn't fit because of the pipes going to the clutch pedal. He said, I've never seen one like that before with the straight pipes. Never sold them, never had them, never seen one. So I don't know what that's all about. But you can't buy these. You can't buy anything Mark 1. Only some Mark 2 parts. So get onto Coastal Motorhomes, phone them up, and just say, look, we need, put pressure on the manufacturers, please. Keep making parts, keep making the radiator hoses, keep making the radiators. Luckily I've just got a new one, so I should be alright. Keep making all the parts for Mark 1 so we can keep them going, because otherwise they're just going to fall into, you know, it's going to be difficult to get parts. You're going to have to find someone to make them. It's going to cost a fortune. With the place where they had loads of stock of parts when I first bought that Talbot, they had everything. So I'm tempted to start holding Talbot parts, to be fair. Clutches, alternators, starter motors, anything I can get hold of. Just hold them, because they'll come in handy. Anyway, I'll catch you a lot later on. There will be videos of me doing all this, kind of fitting all this at some point. Whether you like it or not, I'll be doing it because I enjoy making a video like that. And let me know what you thought of that little cottage. I thought it was brilliant. I do want to go back with a better torch and the a few bits of ghost hunting equipment, just for fun. See what I find in there, because it does feel like someone's watching you. And my dad said that every time he goes in there to do the electric fence, because there's an electric fencing plug in there that does all the cows that you saw. Every time he goes in there to flick that on and off, he said it feels like someone's watching him. But there's nobody in the bungalow, no one in the cottage. So I think there's something in there, ghostly. But I do want to go back at some point, more planned, with a better camera. I've got one that does night vision, so I might go back with that. And some ghost stuff, EMF meters and things like that. See what we find, you know, have a proper better look around. But we've got to be careful because of the roof. But anyway, I'll catch you a lot later on. Thanks for watching. And yeah, bloody all the best, you lot. All the bloody best.